Yeah. How? How we do it? Bolsonaro, that's the new Brazilian president. We have to build from grassroots. In Brazil, there are many, many people doing wonderful work. And they have to build those alternatives where Bolsonaro cannot reach. He cannot have influence. He cannot destroy those small millions of people in their own community, creating new way of life and building new communities. That's how we have to do it. Civil disobedience, respectful civil obedience and protesting, going in the street is okay, but that is not the ultimate answer. You have to create a constructive program, an alternative constructive program. Protest is only good if it is backed by creation. Mahatma Gandhi did not just protest against the British. He said, at the same time, I have to build a new India, self-reliant, self-sufficient. So everybody spinning the spinning wheel, everybody growing the food, everybody living simple life, everybody relieving and liberating themselves from untouchability, everybody liberating themselves from sexism and exploitation of women, and the place of women rising up, and the place of untouchables rising up. All that constructive and a positive action, building from the grassroots, that was part of Gandhi's program. And this is why he is so revered. So in Brazil, or anywhere, America, or anywhere else, in any country, we have to build those thousands of, if not millions of, little communities which live without depending on mass production and mass consumption and mass industry and mass government and all that. We have become so dependent on this mass production and mass consumption and a mass culture that we have lost skills. So every one of us have to learn skills. We have to learn how to milk cows. We have to learn how to sow seeds. We have to recognize how we plant trees, how we make our clothes, how we build a house. This house was built by local people. We have to all learn these skills. We cannot just depend, hopefully Bolsonaro goes and some other left-wing Lula or somebody else comes in and he will save the world. He's not going to save the world. We have to save the world. And we have to save the world by becoming skillful. Skillfulness of life. We have to learn to use our hands. We have to learn to build our houses. We have to learn to make cheese and make like this priest is doing it. So, and here there are wonderful examples. We can learn from it. Our society has lost the skills of living. We don't know. Our universities are de-skilling. This is why I said this morning, abolish universities. Abolish universities. They are de-skilling people. When you come out of universities, more or less, majority of people, there are exceptions, but majority of people are useless. They cannot do anything. They can just sit in the office and maybe use a telephone or use a computer, but nothing else. They are made complete. They cannot imagine. Their imagination is curtailed and their skills are taken away. And they are just servants in a big machine society, just a consumer society. So sit in the shops and shop after shop after shop, Oxford Street or any other street, every city are full of shops selling things. And these people selling things. Making, we are makers, not consumers. We have to make things. So the answer to Bolsonaro is take responsibility upon ourselves, communities. And then when you are taking our responsibility upon ourselves, then of course protest. There's a room for civil disobedience, there's room for marching, there's room for protesting against any centralized government activities. All those are, protest movement has a very important place. But that important place is necessary to be supported and backed by real constructive action and constructive living. Those two go together. Only protesting, only criticizing and the establishment is not enough. That's the kind of just words, words, words. There are millions of words have been spoken. Millions of words have been written in protest against things. Newspapers, books, television programs. Protest, protest, protest. It's not enough. Protest must be accompanied by a constructive program. Then your protest will have power.